Так. Опа, на стрим пошел.
Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous detail.
Ждем чебуреков. Я на телефоне забыл выключить звук. Из телефона читаю чат. Да-да. Это не то. Мне надо 20 блюд вроде сделать, чтобы по ачивке БП продвинуться. Сколько я могу сделать? 4, нет. $19, нет. Всего лишь 5. О, я этого могу 20 сделать. На хоть 99. Так, хорошо. А, нет, не надо было в другой отдел. Сделайте для меня. Капец, тут сразу показываются материалы. Вот это я понимаю, изменили. Пускай стойка. Так. Смотреть заказ. Вижу, немного полагивает. А если сделаю вот так?
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart, but even I don't take them that seriously.
Игра как минимум перестала лагать. О, она перестала лагать. Ну, тогда на этом буду стримить.
vengeance will be mine. I condemn you.
Так, первый заказ есть.
More speed.
Ладно.
Shudder. Let it rain. Crush.
Let the show begin.
I'm ready.
Beg for mercy.
Inadmissible evidence.
My place will end you. You win. Finally.
Come on, we can do it.
Shudder.
Let's dance.
Crush. Freeze to the core. Rack and ruin.
It's over. Cut down. Like this.
Второй заказ есть.
More speed.
Так, у меня вертикалка, что ли, стоит? А, нет, не стоит. Это хорошо.
Shudder.
Get him. Motion to compel.
Crush.
I'll protect us.
Beg for mercy.
No escape. Boom. Incinerate.
Shudder.
Not so hard.
Crush.
Так. Так. Ладно. Пойдем.
Надо
Надо сейчас пойти на океаниду.
Let the show begin.
An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chingsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment. The power of water is its ability to take any shape. Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
No one escapes my... Incinerate! Ready, steady, go! Boom, boom!
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
Incinerate!
Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Vengeance will be mine. I condemn you.
As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist forever.
Так, надо Эмбер подхилиться. Так. О. Жди-ка. Так, если высокий сделаю. Хотя пускай как было на среднем, так и стоит дальше. Так, еще что надо было сделать? О, букет Альфреда. Ну да, ну да.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am...
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's it!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in...
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of...
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar.
Only sufficiently large pieces of plastrite, or specifically, vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile, Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are although these three items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find, and in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask. You may ask me anything, and I will give you an...
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liu,
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first...
Haha, what a coincidence! I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some plastrite just the other day. So excuse me.
No. We better move quickly, or this...
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber?
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to something...
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run... Then we'll never be short of more...
Of course. But how much information I share with you will... The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. I have other... Remember, this is a race against...
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, first we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind...
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement. As it happens, we have some information.
No, I don't need it.
Don't be like that. Hey, come on, why don't you stand there? Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information! Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out. They're not here. Let's keep looking.
Well, will you look at that Don't worry. We're not bad guys. You give us some mora, we give you a little info.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling...
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts if we just let money walk away from us, huh?
I've already told you. I don't need... If you still can't...
Come on, ma'am. You seem like an... It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money and handing it over, and nope.
I won't...
No more excuses! Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee Pavilion, ordering, then Shinyue Kiosk, then Wanmin Restaurant. Same story each time. How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And since you're so rich, what's the loss to you in giving us a...
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in... But here we are.
Boss, I'm telling you...
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
Oh, you again.
Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here?
Did you... Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're
No, don't be angry, sir.
Shenhe,
Shenhe?
my name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe.
I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping to... I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
You can't do that. This is Lila Harbor. There are laws against that kind of...
Laws? No.
Really?
That would be my stomach growling.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other. Then of course you're still hungry. So?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals. Medicinal herb?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. After all... Do you think Shenhe might be an adeptus? It seems like it's her first...
Are you here to buy some herbs?
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh.
Thank you.
She's real...
My hunger has now abated. Thank you. Rather, though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance, after consuming a large quantity...
So, how come you chow down on these? If Paimon had enough mora, Paimon would go to the fifth...
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here, and the food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here, sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains?
Enough about me. What are your plans?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the... And now we're probably
I see. I heard something about the contest.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any question. Were you interested in the contest?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance.
Wow! But having an adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon bets this...
I am not sure whether, or to what extent, this plan can be classified as awesome. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us.
Veto! That is not...
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence...
Look, we want to win this competition. Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So
Baishu? What are...
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber, maybe for its first aid on site. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi, meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed right now.
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the Seven Mountain Treatises. When activated, Sunset Vermilionite rises up all the way into the cloud. As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would...
Okay then, let's go ask at the... Thanks, Baiju!
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all!
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness.
Oh? Why do I detect an
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I
see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with them.
Oh, how wonderful.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please Shu. I need to entertain some guests.
Understood, Master
I wasn't counting on finding you here today.
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Suns?
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady...
As well?
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some Sunset Vermilionite, but only one piece. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction. And a lot at the end of the day, it all comes down to...
500 million?!
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price is great,
but without it...
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Who?
Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away.
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location was lost to time. Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references to this lost abode, and after cross-referencing them against each other, I'm now
That's great! But is it really okay for us to just go and take his treasure? Wouldn't it be a little, disrespectful?
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very open-minded. Even while he was alive, he wouldn't have let something like this...
Open-minded? I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described in this way before. May I ask where you read that?
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
There's something about this young lady that... Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus...
Okay, we would... Let's see. Xingqiu said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have...
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new ceiling?
Пускай так.
What? Weren't we at a waterfall just now? Oh, so many clouds.
I believe this is the abode of that adept. With any luck, the sunset vermilionite we're looking for.
Really? Let Paimon see! Look, and now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem complete.
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an adepti. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is...
All right, then let's...
I sense the presence of Manifest!
Как мы должны их активировать?
Beg for mercy. Unleash!
Новая Коплю у нее.
Obey!
Он, скорее всего,
Unleash!
от Ешки больше дамажит.
More speed. More speed.
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Че я понял?
Rapid flame! I'll protect us.
Manifest!
Shudder. Crush.
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
To the core.
Whoa! We're gonna fall!
Она еще механизм. А, я не понял.
Is everyone okay? Look! The celiac disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
Let's dance!
Shudder.
Obey! Cryo incarnate!
Вообще не дамажит.
Beg for mercy. Let it rain. Shudder.
Привет, Макс.
Crush. Flood of frost. Motion to compel.
Как дела? Я вот сюжет прохожу.
We're gonna fall. This time we're really gonna fall. Ah! So high. Luckily there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise that could have ended very differently. Hey!
У меня нормально дела.
Let's catch up with it. Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
Дальше не поддается. А с этой?
Keep going.
С этой тоже. О, я могу сюда. У меня трансляция не лагает, просто я на телефоне вижу то, что вроде как все нормально. Так, я пока сюда хочу. А, только сундук. Дальше нельзя.
Beg for mercy. Hey, get him! Incinerate! Inadmissible evidence! Crush!
А, ну тогда нормально.
Shudder!
Ready, steady, go!
Ой, этого персонажа.
Do your master's bidding! No one escapes my... Beg for mercy. Crush! Boom! Beg for mercy. Motion to compel. Crush. Shudder. More speed. Incinerate. Beg for mercy. Manifest. Freeze to the core. Eye for an eye. No escape. Go, Baron. Breath of the flame. Boom.
I'll protect us. Go, Barbara, go!
Touché. Crush. Cryo incarnate. Obey. Unleash. Incinerate.
That's true, but
Plaustrate doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Plaustrate reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm.
wow, Shenhe.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me, and I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
Hold on a sec. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to, but if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it?
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure?
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that applaud my safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy lands on you, you gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects. It's just common sense!
Is it now? I'll go on ahead with the Plaustrate. Let's meet at the...
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Adepti super strength much? We can't
Кстати, на новом ивенте будут раздавать новый скин на Нингуан. Так что да.
Quick, under the umbrella, or you'll get soaked. You can't...
Let's dance.
Oh my god, I can't believe...
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those Adepti.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful...
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. I'm going to award you full marks for the sunset.
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any...
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper. It's...
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found?
In truth, it is the finest piece of Plaustrite we have received. If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on...
Shenhe, just now on the way over, pretty much...
Oh.
What kind of reaction is that? So strict whenever Paimon gets praised. Paimon...
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the...
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique.
But I am not...
Shenhe?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in...
Well, Byron said that there are some...
No need. I simply need to find my...
You can't do that. It's dangerous. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. All right?
Okay.
Great! Now we're talking.
Hi there.
Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors. So business is booming for me today. Very
great.
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. Here are your keys. All right.
Shenhua, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room's ready. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help but... Let's buy one for Shenhua, too. She can have it as a midnight snack.
All right. If you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleep.
Hey! Isn't that Cloud Retainer? Let's go and say...
One trusts you have met Shenhe.
So far, so good. Yeah.
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor.
Cool. So, calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly.
Her Adeptus name. Why?
Don't all...
On this latter point, you are correct.
Oh, right. What? You knew already? So is Paimon the only...
Do you mean to say that she presents different...
Well, to start with, her problem...
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by, and inside was Shenhe. Then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was...
That sounds...
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile. That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also one dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after...
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day, Shenhe...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding, even had the stalemate continued.
That's still so dangerous, though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god?
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind, and she had experienced her fair share of this, even... Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to... However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours, please...
Oh, now Paimon gets...
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth, Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievement. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough.
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti.
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it?
Oh?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep. I was worried that something may have happened to you. So I went up. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning. After all, Master is...
Sorry, Shenhua.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner. Because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, you never treated me as distant and for this,
To be fair, we've met our fair share of... Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it. They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Опа, на новый персонаж.
Look! The Jade Chamber is, but it seems to be tied down.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Bywin! And hey, Beto! And hey! Person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure... Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the
Beto? You're joining?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of Sunset Vermilionite on a voyage a while.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most...
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is...
Shenhua.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend too. Or, as I like to say, a mate of a crewmate is part of the crew. Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed...
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen.
Wow. So it looks like the...
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you...
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help.
In that case, I have a proposal. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3.
Sounds great.
The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some lead. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang.
Wonderful. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go! By the way, what question are you gonna ask me?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang.
Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go.
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about it. It's called The Divine...
Так, мне надо... Чтоб никто ко мне не подключался, потому что я не люблю во время того, когда консцена, чтобы кто-то пытался ко мне подключиться. Поэтому я это выключил. Ну да.
This weather's got me in the mood for reciting some laws. Let's see. Commercial Law of Leela, Chapter 27, Section 6, Article 3 stipulates that... Wait, what was it? Oh my goodness, I've completely forgotten. What is wrong with me today?
Ah, hello. Are you here for...
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if...
Of course I have.
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged...
Yunjin? Stage use? Sorry. My brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. So, you're here to ask about wonder cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she... The types of ore needed to make wonder cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied...
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we...
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter, if I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions.
Может, вечером поиграю в Warframe. Ну, я не очень люблю играть в Warframe. Он, не знаю. И он, кажется, мне не установлен. И если он у меня установлен, то я с тобой поиграю.
It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though, that's trickier. It's all but unheard of on the market. I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around... Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run...
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of... I hear the view there is quite spectacular. Perhaps it can give me some I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks. And no wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here.
The divine damsel of devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. What's the story about?
It's the story of a girl becoming...
Cool! A hero story?
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, the wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, if you want to live, you must sacrifice a child.
What a nasty piece of work!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster... No! Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom... And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she then...
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was... I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never... Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of... When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the divine damsel.
I think it's a great story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter!
Я, кажется, знаю, как надо ее найти. Раз уж я находил туда Нингуан.
Don't disappoint.
Где-то тут. Слишком легко.
There should be enough Star Splinter iron. Now we just need to find that
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we... Huh. He didn't...
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to...
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Shenhua, Yunjin.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But I think you can find... This place is deserted now. No one ever comes here.
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go... Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe.
Okay, then
What's this? So... now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus, so that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it. According to this text, the divine... And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster. Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved...
Еще записка.
So it seems that Shenhe's father thought he was summoning a benevolent deity using a magic incantation. But in fact, he summoned an evil god's remains, which took the form of a monster. His obsessive yearning for his deceased wife led to a terrible tragedy. The villagers moved away in fear, without ever learning. Still, I do wonder what the connection is between Shenhe. We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there. This is it! So basically, we need to go to the middle of... Let's go back and tell Shen...
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring I bring flowers back here every year. And each time...
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still...
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate. Like the... So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel...
It must have been so tough for you all these...
Shenhe! We're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, I'll tell you more about the old times.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look! This tells us how to...
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like just now. In the village, we found your father's diary.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father.
It's okay. I like your version. My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the... So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect... But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to...
Don't worry. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut the chip! We can't let someone else be...
Так, телепортация. — 17:30. Здесь мне не надо будет перематывать время снова и снова, чтобы дождаться именно 17:30, потому что иначе это будет геморроем. Добьюсь, как это взять. Найти Саброзии.
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in! Paimon's carried...
Oh, goodness.
So...
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good guess. Now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your... Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next. But where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her.
Почему не ДБД? Ну, потому что я решил Genshin постримить. Я на этом канале не только ДБД стримил. Как бы, да. Тут как бы в разные игры играю. Я не завишу от одной игры. То есть я могу в Майнкрафт пойти постримить, я могу пойти постримить Genshin, я могу пойти постримить Dark Souls, типа. Не вижу смысла стримить одну и ту же игру постоянно. Я про это уже говорил, о том, что я буду стримить не только ДБД. Ну и по каналу, в принципе, ясно, то, что я не стримлю одну и ту же игру. То есть, могу стримить одну и ту же игру длительное время, но это не означает то, что именно ее постоянно буду стримить. Как бы, если тебе не нравится, можешь уйти. Но, если тебе нравится, можешь остаться. Я никого не заставляю оставаться и насильно смотреть, например, как я играю в Genshin. Поэтому это твое право.
Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you. And I'll take care of those Adepti.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facility.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the adept...
Whew.
Да, ну давай, тогда пока.
The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can...
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us.
Да, ждем на следующем стриме тебя. Если, конечно, ты придешь, посмотришь.
It's raining. Fetch an umbrella for me, would you?
Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh, all three of you found them together. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners. I hereby announce that the winners of this material...
What? It's over already? I haven't even found the plustrate!
So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed.
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here!
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
Alright then. Guess we'll head up. This has been a long time.
Дворец Бойдой и Бэйдоу.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are... Thank you all for your work.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement.
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear...
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you... The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your brother's whereabouts.
Wow. You're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well. Guess Paimon will ask a question.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, an instinct for what is... If you want to know how to make money...
Wow. Paimon hadn't even asked...
Your question was written all over your face. Now look. You helped, so I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here.
Great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just need to come to Ningguang? No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't...
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably think of another one.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue?
Now that is an interesting... Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you... So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of...
Oh, a sense of...
Yes. To become fond of a place. To feel perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you in short, Everyone needs a reason to stay.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beto! It's your turn! Do you have a question for
me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with Ningguang. Don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
Glad to hear it. Watch.
Beto, Ningguang.
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor. At that time, I dreamed that one day my wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, and I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension Ceremony commence! Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex by
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
Beto sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No.
Huh?
In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk!
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too!
Manifest! Crush! Flood of frost!
Your life is mine. Don't waste my time.
Let the show be.
Beg for mercy.
Boom boom!
Crush! Obey! Shoot! Shudder!
Минус 2 башки. Ладно. Короче, спасибо всем, кто смотрел мой стрим. С вами был Читмастер. И когда приду, продолжу схватку с монстром. То есть будет продолжение этого стрима.